Hi girls, it's Miss Terry. Obviously Miss Lindsay can't be on the video with me since we each have to stay in our own houses, but I know that she says hello as well. We hope you're all staying healthy and being kind and being wonderful to your parents and helpful and all of those types of things. We hope you're having a good time homeschooling. My girls are, because school can last about 3 hours, so they love that. So obviously we're going to have our Girl Scout meeting a little different this month. You can still earn your badge. We don't want you to miss out on any of that sort of thing. So we are going to do a video, and in the kits that I gave you, excuse me, it's going to have all the things that you need. There are some things you're going to have to get from around your house, like a scissors and glue and markers and all that kind of stuff, but all the other supplies like the paper and all of that are all in the kit. So we're going to go through the video on how to make the paper vase, and then there's another sheet in there on how to make the popsicle, do the popsicle experiment or project. And don't forget that this is something that you're supposed to do to celebrate strong women. This is our strong women meeting. So you're supposed to do these projects and the activities in the kit with the person that you were planning on inviting to the April meeting. So if it's that your mom, your grandma, anybody that you can't quite see this time, maybe you can do a Skype or something like that where you can do the projects digitally and you can watch each other, video chat, whatever it is, and you can do them together that way. And if you just can't get together, you'll have to settle for your mom, unless she was who you picked anyway, which is great. So we're going to do the video on the paper vase first, and then the other instructions are all in the packet. So we hope to see you very soon. We hope you're being brave and strong and wonderful little Girl Scouts, and we'll hopefully see you very soon. Have a good day. All right, so these are the instructions for the paper vase. So you can actually, all the paper that you need is in the kit. So there's one, it's just like printer paper or the smooth paper that's in there. You need one full-size sheet, and then you need a little piece of another one. So you can just take it off of one of the extra sheets that you have. Just cut off about a 1-inch strip. Doesn't have to be exact. If you want it to be sort of wavy, you can cut the top, or you can have the bottom be wavy. It's up to you, or you can just leave it straight. But you have to cut it before you put it on, obviously. So you can have one side be wavy, you can have them both be straight, whatever it is that you'd like. So you need to get some glue. I have a kind of a weird glue stick here, but scissors, and then you have your paper. So the first step is just kind of set this center, or this little strip on the side. You're going to go across and you're going to cut strips into your large sheet. You're not going to go all the way to the bottom. You want to stop maybe 1 inch or 2 or so away from the bottom. So kind of, if you want to draw a line, that's fine. Here, let me get a pencil quick and I'll actually show you. So this will be the inside of mine, so you won't see it. You're going to stop when you get to probably about here. And you just draw, it doesn't have to be exactly straight. You kind of just need to eyeball it. So something like that. All right, then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut little strips. You don't want them to be super wide, because you have to be able to turn this into a vase shape. So you have to be able to kind of fold it up and around. And if you make your strips really, really wide, then you won't be able to get them to look in kind of in a nice circle, like that sort of thing. So you make them, I don't know, maybe 1 inch or so. You can vary the sizes if you want. You're just going to cut as straight as you can. And then you're going to stop when you get to the bottom. And keep going all the way across. There's no number on how many you have to have. And if you can see mine's kind of not straight anymore, that's okay. Just kind of straighten up the next one. It doesn't have to be exact. If you want to go through and measure and then cut all the way across, you certainly can too. You can draw your lines straight. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm not really a measure and cut kind of woman, so I like mine to be however they end up. All right, so I'm going to flip mine over because I'm going to start curling the tops of the pages. And this is my inside. So this is the part that I want to be hidden. So if you drew a line, then you have to have the inside on there. If you drew a line, you want to flip your paper over so that it's on the back. And now I'm going to flip mine back actually. And you're going to work from this side. So if you want to grab a pencil, here I don't have one, hold on. Keeps rolling away from me. All right, so if you want to grab your pencil, you're going to take the top corner or the top, you don't have to use a pencil by the way, you can just roll it with your fingers. And you kind of wind the pencil around, wind the paper around the thing. You're going to go just a little ways down. Doesn't matter if it's completely straight, just like that. And then slide your pencil out. So you have this little curly Q on the end. My girls are outside playing with the wagon right now. It's quite loud. And then you're going to keep going all the way through. They don't have to stop at the same size. You can have some of them be longer, some of them be a little bit, you don't want to go too short. Like whatever is the shortest one, you don't want to make it too much shorter than halfway because you have to put this this band around it and you need a spot to put that. So maybe don't wind too far below halfway. There we have the whole thing with a bunch of curly cues on it. Just like that. So now we're going to put the band around the outside. So I'm going to flip it back over so that my curly cues are down, facing down towards the table, and I can see my line if I drew one. And you're going to kind of roll it over. Just going to get it to where maybe these last two curly cues kind of overlap like that, so you can kind of tuck them together. Or if you want to do it a different way, that's totally up to you. Just like that. So I'm going to put a piece of glue actually before I do that. I'm going to put a piece of, or a section of glue on here. I'm going to glue this whole piece on the bottom, just like that. And then I'm going to line it up on the bottom and on my curly cue piece and smush it together. You may have to hold it in place for a second. I have scrapbook glue, so it gets tacky really fast. If you prefer to tape it or staple it, you certainly can, but just remember you're going to see that, that type of thing on there. So mine's pretty sticky already. So you don't have a bottom on your vase, it's just the open hole. And then you're going to take the band here, and I'm going to put my wavy side down so I can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to tuck it into place. So you kind of have your, I just have to turn it this way. So you have it where it's kind of up at the top. You don't need it to be down at the bottom. And your little pieces kind of overlap. It'll kind of pull them together a little bit. So it'll make it kind of skinny at the neck like that, like a bottlenose or a bottleneck type of thing. And then you're gonna, it's a little hard to do this with just one set of hands. So that's why you hopefully have a helper. piece back up here. Gently kind of tug them and then just get it to where it overlaps, or whatever tight, you know, however thick you want it. I'm gonna hold mine in place just for a second to get it to stick. Whoops, not long enough. I'm gonna put a little bit more glue on there. Let's try this one more time. All right, tuck them back around and overlap and pinch until it's dry. This is the boring part of the video, when you sit and wait for the glue to dry. All right, hold on, let me get it in place. So the black band is up at the top. Obviously, I don't like how that looks, so I'm going to slide it down just a little bit until it kind of gets where I want it. So you should have these curly cues at the top. You can kind of roll them down a little bit more if some of them have kind of come up. But you see how it kind of overlaps a little bit and makes this part wider than it is at the top? That's going to be your base. So you're going to have that, pretend yours is standing up here. You're going to have it just like that. And then you're going to make some flowers. That's the next step. Make the flowers that go inside the vase. Cool, huh? So now we're going to go ahead and start making the flowers that go inside of our vase here. I'm just going to set my vase off to the side. And inside your pack, you should have extra colors, extra sheets of different colored paper. I'm just going to use scrap paper because that's what I have sitting right here. So I have, these are just some random ones. And then I have a whole bunch of other things that were from another project that we have all these like extra pieces left over. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick another one off the top, put the rest on the side. So I'm going to work with these 3 colors. You can use any colors you want. They don't have to, all the flowers should be different. You can have them all the same. It's up to you what you want to do. But what you do need to do at this point is you need to go pause the video and you need to go find 3 things that are round that you can trace. So if you have some kind of a circle template, that's fine. You could use a quarter, a glass, I don't know, whatever it is that you have around that are circles, and they have to be a small, medium, and a large type circle. So how big your circles get is entirely up to you. So the 3 that I used, I have a button, so that's going to be my small center side. And then I have the cover of a Flarp container. I thought it was a good size, so I have that one. And then I have a glass. I like that this was pretty large on here. So we're going to have, and you can have different sizes. So you can make one really large flower, you can make a small flower, whatever you want to do. You can make ones that only have 2 colors. It's up to you what you want to do. So you're going to take I'm going to take the glass and I'm going to put that on the yellow. Just set it down like that, and then I'm going to trace it. You can use pencil, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you have, marker, whatever you have in there. So you just trace your circle onto there. Let's set that out of the way. And then I'm going to use the Flarp container on this pink one. I'm going to pop it off, and there's your circle for that one. And then the little button on another one. Now you have big sheets of paper, so obviously you don't want to trace your circle directly in the middle of the page because you're going to use those same 4 or 5 colors to make all of your flowers. If you have other construction paper or anything else at home that you want to use, that's totally fine. You don't have to use what's in the kit. I just gave them to you in case you don't have any like funky colors. So you can like I said, you can do 3 circle flowers, or you can do 2. You can make them wonky shaped. If you don't want circles, that's totally fine. This is kind of just the easy way to do it. It's up to you what you want to do. So now we're going to go ahead and cut them out. Let's see, you probably, I don't know, you can get like 12 or 13 different flowers in this little vase, depending on how big you make them. You can do 5, you can do 6, you can just do 1 if you really don't like the craft, and that's totally fine too. Hold on, it's getting stuck. So there's my one. So this is the side, again, this is the side that has my pencil marks on it. I don't think you can quite tell in the video, but that's the side that has the pencil marks on it, and I don't obviously want that to be out, so I'm going to flip it over right away so I know that this is the side I'm going to use. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the pink one. Just do your best job cutting. If you don't feel like cutting them, you can certainly have your mom or somebody else help you, your dad or whoever's near you. And if you're doing this project while you're video chatting with somebody, just ask them to get their own colored paper and you can teach them how to do it. So you can try making it yourself, and then you can teach them how to do it. Here, this one I'm going to try and make it kind of wavy. See how it looks. So I know I drew a circle on there, but you can just kind of make a wavy line over the top of that circle. You can actually cut them into like flower shapes, like a daisy that has petals or whatever you want to do with that too. All right, so here is my yellow, pink, and pink. So obviously the big one goes in the back. The middle ones, or the medium size, is going to go in the middle, and the little one will go on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. You don't want to use a lot of glue. If you only have Elmer's glue, the more glue you use, the longer it takes to dry. So you kind of just do a little sprinkling of glue around there. Flip it over and try and get it wherever you like it. If you want them offset, that's fine too. It could kind of give it a cool look. I'm just going to put mine right in the middle. And then here's my bottom one. So this one fell, so I have to look for which one has the pencil marks. You put the glue on the side that has the marks on it. And then it will be face down. All right, so we have that all set there. This is where you're going to use your markers, and you're going to make them as funky as you want. Some of you may be better at drawing than others. It's not a big deal, whatever you want to do on here. If you like to leave them plain, that's fine. You can use a pencil and curl the edges the same way that we did with the vase. It's up to you how you want to do it. So you can be really, really creative with these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a kind of a cool, like, I don't know, center design on it. So I'm going to draw a little circle in the middle, and I'll go back and color that in at the end. So I'm just going to draw up a circle in the middle. I'm going to draw these pieces that go all the way over all 3 laps, or excuse me, all 3 laps, all 3 pieces, all 3 circles. Just go straight out. They don't have to be spaced well. They can just be whatever design you like. I am using a Sharpie, but you can just use regular colors, or if you have a certain kind of pen or those metallic things, you can certainly use that as well. Paint. Although, I don't know, you want to paint on the, this isn't really paint paper, but it's up to you. And one more. So I have my design like that. And you can go ahead, you can put things on the inside in between there. So if you wanted to have like little spiky pieces on it, you could do that. You could do that only on a couple of them. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Do one more. Just like that. I'm going to go back and see how I don't have mine centered. I'm going to fix that because I don't like it. I'm going to go and color it in so I don't see any of those messed up lines that I don't like. And there is my flower. You can put a whole bunch of different stuff on here. You don't have to make them this simple. You can go crazy. Whatever you want to do. So one other thing that's inside of your kit is a bunch of straws. I don't have as many. I mean, let's say you want 10 or 12. I think there's probably 8 or so in each kit. So it's just the straw. And then you're going to use that for the stem. Sorry, I cut my little tag off there. You're going to use this as your stem of your flower. So you're going to go ahead and you can glue it. You can tape it. You can do whatever you'd like on there from that. I forgot my tape. Hold on. I'm back. So I have my tape now. Sorry about that. I forgot that. I'm just going to use a piece of masking tape, but you can use whatever tape you have, or you can staple it. But again, you'll see the staple through the front. You could just do a big gob of hot glue. That would work as well. Just be very careful. It's obviously very hot. And then you just tape your flower on there. And there you go. Cool, huh? And then I have to tilt mine so you can see it, but you just put your flowers inside of your vase like that, and you have a beautiful paper flower bouquet.